there was something wrong, but I wasn't quite sure what was going on. And so I left the middle of the semester. Come to find out that mental illness run in my family, especially on my dad's side, and my mom helped me with it. And so she told me that it was okay, that she'd be there to support me in everything. And so when I was strong enough to go back to college, I did go back and I graduated. Back then I didn't quite understand my illness. And so I was telling my mom about it. She said, yeah, I kind of figured like something was wrong, because one minute you're nice and the next minute, you know, you go off. Because I always felt this rage within me. I knew it was a void there. My friend, she said, oh yeah, you can just put some cocaine into your alcohol and you can keep your weight down. And that's what I started experimenting with. And they call that a cocktail. Stupid me, you know, I kept doing it. The more money I made, the more drugs I wanted. When I look back on my son's graduation, I wasn't there. I'm like, damn, no picture. I decided that I wasn't gonna be there, that I wanted to party and go gamble. My son told me, he said, Mom, I know that you have had problems, and if you're gonna be a part of my life, you're gonna have to stop doing what you're doing. So I made a decision not to drink or use drugs anymore. Now I can go out and reach, teach, and educate other people as well. Because by nature, I am a teacher, so that is no problem. I realized that I can't let anything or anyone dull my shine, and I have to make the best person that's within Pam.
Pamelia had been hurt a lot, and I think that it was going to be a hard year ahead of her. But she came through that year, and what I have seen come out after that year is just a more vibrant Pamelia, a more alive Pamelia. Today I see a totally different Pamelia that stands up for herself and advocates in a healthy manner and gets things done that she needs for herself and her own wellness.
I learned a lot about myself, and the most important thing that I learned was at the Respect Institute, that I finally grieved my mother's death, and I had become acceptance in it, and that it's okay to let go. I can be Pam, the old Pam, the Pam that's functioning, the Pam that understands, that can respect herself. And I can catch it, check it, and change it, and redirect myself. If I'm beginning to feel bad, I can always start journaling, or either I can write a poem, or either I can go walking, or I can jog. It might be a slow jog, but I can jog. When I was asked to advocate at the mental health awareness in March, I was like put on the spot. Because I'm like, okay, because I was under the impression that we were just gonna listen to them. And so we advocated for Senate Bill 58. And since I am a talker, and so I started talking and they listened, I told them my story. Little old me, Pamelia had something to do with it. I'm very proud of myself because my voice stood out there. They was willing to listen to me. If I can do it, you can do it. Like Frederick Douglass say, what is possible for me is possible for you. And I always quote this, you know, I don't let anything or anyone dull my shine. And that's how I feel today.
Meeting Dennis in the beginning of this coalition project for Group 2 was a really great moment. I met a man that was very much set in the ways that he thought about getting well and what it meant to help other people around him. Dennis has evolved in a way that is completely conducive to recovery and wellness. And he is out there sitting in the waiting room, sitting at his center, completely helping people in a totally different manner that is just has been a very beautiful thing to see.
I was diagnosed as a schizophrenic. I, for years, had been a schizophrenic. But just because I'm a schizophrenic does not mean that I am otherwise a danger to anybody. I have to strongly say that not all schizophrenics are pretty much like the same way as I am. But also, not all schizophrenics are also dangerous. It gives them a chance to be more intellectually stronger, and they see a wisdom there, a wisdom that allows them to be able to blossom like a flower, and that their genius would also be able to be seen. I understand what they're going through. I also understand the feelings of offense that people have placed upon them. People don't understand schizophrenics. They also don't understand the mentally ill in general. And I want to be one of those who go and change some minds and brighten and enlighten people on the struggles of the mentally ill. I was never asked if I had such conditions. I pretty much, worked as if it was just a normal thing when I was working as commissioned security and also as a nurse's aide. But when I worked for Gulf Bend Center, it seemed to not matter anyway because they already knew that. They also knew what I was capable of, and they understood that. I knew that I felt different. I knew that I felt that in a way I was different in the way of speaking, in the way I thought, in the way I felt. I felt feelings more passionately than most humans on this planet has ever felt. I felt love. I also felt hatred. But I also felt anger. I felt fear. I felt understanding and compassion towards others, but it was only that much stronger. Wake up. Wake up and smell the coffee. I want these people to be able to wake up from their dormant activity and become more aware of who they are, and what potential they have in giving society. I also want them to know they need not to be fearful of who they are, because sometimes even fear of knowing who they are is what prevents them from becoming a person, a real person that wants to make a difference for others. Well, I'm offering them real hope. Hope is what we need, and hope is what we can count on right now.